Welcome to Barnstable Today. I'm Nick Cortez. We're continuing our look back on the 100th anniversary celebration of the motor vessel Prudence, the foundation on which the Scudder family built Highline Cruises. For half her life, the Prudence has sat in Hyannis Harbor, and in those 50 years, she's become an important symbol of the town's maritime culture, tourist industry, and a symbol of enduring success arising from hard work and persistence. With that in mind, we take you back now to the ceremony at Azleton Park, where Town Council President Fred Chirigotis delivered a proclamation that summed up what the Prudence and the Scudders mean to Barnstable.
Proclamation. Whereas Barnstable, Massachusetts is a seafaring town, drawing economic vitality, recreation, health, and happiness from ocean-going vessels. And whereas Richard Scudder, Dick, and Robert Scudder, Bob, with inspiration from the sea, put the Prudence into service from 1962 to the present, operating cruises of Hyannis Harbor and the Kennedy Compound. And whereas the MV Prudence was originally christened the Madeline in 1911 and provided ferry service in and around Boston Harbor from 1911 through 1920. And whereas the Madeline was renamed the Prudence, providing ferry service from Boston, Rhode Island to Prudence, actually it should be Bristol, Rhode Island, to Prudence Island from 1921 through 1962. And whereas the Prudence is the oldest continuously operating, fully documented merchant vessel in all of Barnstable and the United States of America, and whereas the Prudence has employed hundreds and carried thousands on harbor tours for over half a century, and hopefully will for another half century. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Barnstable Town Council does hereby express its gratitude and extend its thanks in celebrating the 100th anniversary of the great lady, the Prudence, and to the Scudder family for making her a part of our lives, history, and heritage. Thank you very much.
After all of the formalities, the Scudders took a few moments to reminisce on how far they've come with Highline Cruises and how the Prudence played no small role in getting them there. Here's Phil Scudder, who will be joined in a moment by a pair of special guests.
As I started thinking about it, we've had this event in the back of our minds for many, many years. In fact, it would move to the front of our minds and the front of our discussions every time we had to send the Prudence to the shipyard for her annual dry dock inspection. We kept asking ourselves, can we continue to invest this kind of money to keep this vessel in service and certified? My dad would say, look, let's just try to get her to her 100th birthday. Who knows, maybe I'll still be here to see it. And, well, today, this month, it's her 100th anniversary, and he is still here to see it. And with some special family remarks, I would like to invite my dad and his nephew, Frederick Scudder, my cousin Skip, to come up and make some remarks for the family.
This is an experiment. I thought I only had 4 words to say tonight, but obviously I'm going to say a few more. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm really impressed. And if you don't have a good time, it's okay. I'm having a heck of a time. The boat has done very well, despite who is running it. We've tried to sink it, and it has run into the dock, and it's had a great future, but it survived us all. And the people that know me best know I'm telling the truth. I'm so thrilled that I was worried about anybody going to show up to enjoy the party with all the Scudders, you know. And obviously, if you ever ride it or work on it or so forth, you fall in love with the Prudence. And people have come now from all over this country, former people that ran it and so forth, and took the time and effort to come out here, and that's the biggest tribute that you can give is your time and effort. And I'm happy you're all here, and thank you very much from all of us.
My name is Fred Scudder. I'm Bob's oldest son. I guess they're not looking down today. They wanted Prudence to have a day off because it's foggy. You can't see the Kennedy compound, but that's okay. She deserves it. A couple stories. 1962, I was working next door. There used to be a boat livery right next door here called Hyannis Small Boat Marina. And my dad and my father and Dick took a crew to Bristol to pick up the Prudence, and she was coming to Hyannis. And she came in shortly after noontime, and there was a lot of local characters at the dock. And she came around the corner, and Dick had a smile on his face, Bob, and they were so proud to start this business. I'll be all right in a minute. But the local characters looked at it and shook their heads, and I was standing behind him, and I was probably 14 years old, and the guy said, "I wish him luck."
Well, the Scudders certainly proved wrong all those local characters, as Skip called them. That was never more evident than when the crowd moved over to the harbor and gathered around the Prudence itself. One by one, dozens of her former captains went aboard for a photo op that spoke of the Prudence's legacy much louder than words ever could. And then, finally, it was time for the rechristening ceremony.
We are proud and honored to rechristen this vessel in recognition of her exemplary service, doing everything ever asked of her by her three owners over her 100 years of continuous operation. May she continue to serve the maritime industry with distinction, which she has earned the deep respect she so rightly deserves.
Amen. Do I hear an amen?
Amen. Go ahead.
I christened the
On behalf of all of us here at Channel 18, congratulations to the Scudders and Highline employees past and present on an historic milestone for an historic vessel. We'll leave you now with a closer look at the special exhibit honoring the history of the Prudence on display now at the Cape Cod Maritime Museum, located a stone's throw from Hyannis Harbor on South Street. I'm Nick Cortez, and we'll see you next time on Barnstable Today.
Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet the brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful and so are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, open up your eyes. Dear Prudence, see the sun